don't just take a job to make a paycheck, which is what most kids do. Try to absorb everything you can. So do all those jobs and ask your manager, hey, can I talk to you about this? How did you get into this? So you can kind of figure out, A, what you want to do in the future, but then everything you're doing will transfer to something that you will end up doing.
Well, welcome to The Real Deal, where real estate meets real life. I'm your host, Janine Igliane, with my co-host, Brayden Hatcher.
What's up, guys?
Today's another very special episode, episode 81, and we have 2 out of the 3 of Ryan's kids. And I think this is going to be a fun one. I know I had fun when my girls were on. So Brayden, Kami, thanks for being with us.
We'll see how fun it is. We'll see.
We want to know all the dirt on your dad. No, I'm kidding. But let's have you guys start with introductions. So Brayden, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my name is Brayden. I just graduated from Higley. 18. I work at Seven Brothers and also Pink's window cleaning. And then I'm about to serve a 2-year mission in Honduras for my church. So
Super
that's pretty
cool.
fun. Yeah.
What about sports?
Oh yeah, I play basketball too. I forgot. I left that out. I play basketball.
6'4", so that kind of fits, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Kami.
I'm Kami. I'm going to be a junior this year at Higley High School. I'm 16, and I like to paint and I nanny.
Nice.
Yeah. And so tell us about what you're going to be doing next year, school-wise.
Oh, so next year for school, I'm doing EVIT for cosmetology, which I'm super excited about. I get to learn like everything about nails and like lots about hair and how to like color it, cut it. So I'm super pumped for that.
You've kind of grown up around that a little bit, right?
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
with my
follow in
mom
your mama's
cutting hair,
footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
also college, right? You're thinking about college and doing what?
Yeah, I want to like, I've been thinking about like wanting to open up my own business when I'm older and having like a cosmetology, like a hair salon,
Yeah.
do nails, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
I was trying to get my oldest to do the same thing because I think that if you're creative and enjoy that, there's that opportunity to be a business owner too. And that's the best thing to be as a business owner, right? So I love that.
yeah.
I want to go back to the beginning with you guys, at least I would say our real estate beginning, because I don't know if you remember, your dad had like a corporate 9-to-5 job, right? And then he slowly but surely transitioned full-time into real estate. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
I do. I remember he'd have a lot of like late nights at the State Farm office and then just coming home like pretty late after everyone would be in bed.
Yeah, I remember we would stand by the window and wait for him, and then we would like also like hide in the laundry room because that's where the garage was, and then we'd try to scare him when he would come in. But sometimes he would be coming home late, so we're like, "Where's he at?" I'm like, "Oh, he's not coming home right now." I'm like, "Oh,
That's awesome.
That was a long time ago.
yeah, that was way back."
That's when we lived in Missouri, really, mostly, right?
Yeah.
Or we would try to hide.
Yeah.
You'd have to find us when you got home.
What's it like when your dad left that corporate job and then went into real estate? How did things change?
It was very different. I would say like he went from like just going to work and then coming back and hanging out with us, and then
To working all the time.
yeah, like working all the time to like being able to be more involved with us. And like he would still have to work, like he would do calls in the car or like have to go to a meeting or something, but like I feel like he was way more involved.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was super flexible. Like he could go to all of our games.
Yeah.
And coach. So
Yeah, when you first started playing when we moved here, your first team really, I was still working at State Farm and I was coaching and I was trying to figure out how the heck I was going to make that work. Practice and then games on Saturdays because I worked on Saturdays at the time. So then when I completely left, it was like, yeah. So then, I mean, there aren't very many games that we've missed, right?
Yeah, you've been to like all of them.
Yeah, or been coaching them. Well, yeah. There was a time where I coached all 3 other teams, and it was with Wham, so it was just, the rec ball.
Good old Wham.
You guys were little, but we had practice at Power Ranch Elementary, and I had Gavin's, then Kami's, and then Brayden's 3 hours in a row.
Yeah.
3 straight hours of practice. It was crazy.
Was that when Mallory and Kami played together?
I think Mallory played together after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It may have been.
It was like a little later on.
Yeah.
What's dad versus coach? Like, what are the differences?
Oh my gosh. I prefer my dad over coach Ryan, because there are so many times when we would go to the park and he's just drilling me. And I'm like, dude, I just came down here to practice my shot and you're just like drilling on me on everything. And I just wanted to come down here and shoot. I just wanted you to rebound for me and have a good chat.
You're
and
like, I just wanted my dad. I didn't want my coach.
and then I don't want coach right now. I want coach at practice, but like
Yeah.
right now I need dad to just rebound for me. And
Yeah.
Coach Ryan is definitely serious and
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
You could say.
very.
You could say very intense. Some yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that I've learned a lot about coaching in general, but especially coaching your kids, because in my experience, not very many kids and dads or moms can separate the parent-child and then coach-player relationships. In fact, I've only known 2 or 3 father-son relationships where they were able to separate it, because it's too easy to think dad's upset with me when it's just coach at the time. I can easily take the hat off, but it's harder, I think, for the child. And the parent makes it hard, though, because you just want to go shoot.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, okay, if you want to play this sport and you want to get good, let's maximize the time and I'll help you so you don't have to go through the same stuff I had to learn on my own, right? But that's just not how it is.
Yeah. Well, and
That's not how it works.
And that's like, I think as a parent, right, we want it sometimes more than our kids want it.
Yeah, sometimes.
And so having to recognize, okay, let them drive it, right? And then also when they want to be done, let them be done.
Yeah. Well, and probably the biggest time for parents listening is the ride home after the game. Right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you, this is actually really good. What do you guys want? Would you prefer just not even talking about it?
If it was a loss, yeah, I just want to ride home in silence on the way home.
Yeah.
Most of the
I
time.
agree with
And
that.
I was the
yeah.
same way. I was the same way.
Yeah.
But you often get what?
Mom talking about stuff that she might not really know
Well,
Oh, no.
a lot about.
that's not true. But it's both of us probably want to help too much,
Yeah.
and sometimes we just gotta be quiet.
Like I rather have silence in the car, and then so I can just like ease out of like that
Frustration.
frustration, and then get home and like, okay, let's work on this logo or the tapes, and
Yeah.
then we can talk about it. Then when
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
like a good mood for it.
Yeah.
Need a cool down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard as a parent because you're like, oh, I want to help them, right? And then, but yeah, you're like, no, that's not what they need. They know. You guys know what you did or what you need to work on, right?
Yeah.
I heard this that someone said, like, one of the best things that we can say to our kids afterwards was, I had so much fun watching you play. And then just let it be, which is true, right?
Even though you were the reason that the team won. No, I'm kidding. No, it's true. I agree.
It is true, right?
I
It's
agree.
always fun to watch them play.
Yeah.
And then let them kind of lead that discussion.
Well, I mean, honestly, it really is the time of our lives as
Oh.
parents. Like it's such a short amount of time. You guys have no concept of that yet, but it's going to, like, your career is over now.
Yeah. I'm done.
And I look back
That's
and I
so
think,
sad.
man, that was so fast, even from when you started playing as a little kid. And Gavin, I mean, he's got
It's halfway.
5 more
almost.
years basically, and then he's done, right? So it's a short window of time. And parents, like, it really, for most of us, I know for my parents, it's everything, you know?
Yeah, I think back to
So-
Elise playing softball and all the tournaments that we traveled to. Those were some of my favorite memories. And I always think, and it's for social media because it always pops
Yeah.
back up,
Yeah.
and I'll send it to her all the time. Like, oh, I loved watching you play. It's so fun. But then I think how cool when they have kids and then we get to be
Yeah.
present for their games and stuff like that.
And you'll be
So,
coaching your kids. So
yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, I want to switch gears because you both are working, right? Kami, you're working. What are you doing?
I'm a nanny.
That's right. So what's that like as kind of getting your first job, and what are some things that you've learned and pros and cons and all that stuff?
It's definitely a lot more responsibility, but I feel like it's also helped me become like better with my time management, and like I know I need to get out the door at this time so I can be able to go pick up one of the kids or get to their house on time so then their parents can go to work on time. It also is like really, it helps me get, well, because I'm a nanny, so I feel like I'm a lot better with the kids, and I try to make fun stuff for them, and I put a lot of work into making sure that they're having a good time, I'm having a good time, and there's not like any contention going on.
I think one of the things is when you start working, right, versus just going to school, you realize that others are counting on you, and if you don't show up, that has like a big impact, right? And so there is no like, oh well, I just don't feel like it today. No, you got to do it.
Cam has always had a good sense of being on time.
I love that.
And that's something that it's hard to teach people that don't get it.
Get it from mom.
Yeah, you do. So mom has definitely taught you that, like be on time.
For sure.
Except for when you run into a train, right?
Ah!
No, but even then you made it. So be on time. That's very important.
Huge, yeah.
Hopefully you get that just watching how we operate our businesses too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, not to go belabor this point, but it's really big. Like, just show up on time. That's like huge. Just show up when you're supposed to, right?
Yeah.
All right, Brayden.
So I work at Seven Brothers, and for maybe the people that don't know what it is, it's like a Hawaiian themed burger restaurant, and it is so good.
It is.
Yeah. So I'll do everything from flipping patties to taking orders and taking food out to tables, and so I do a little bit of everything, and it's super fun, and I would definitely try it if you haven't, because it's a good, unique place.
You're getting a little bit of that customer service world too, right?
For sure.
Any like interesting, fun stories to share?
I don't know. I wouldn't say interesting, but I mean, there's always people that can find something that's not the best.
Yeah.
But you just gotta. The customer's always right, so.
That's right.
Just gotta fix it. So.
That's right.
Usually.
Perception's
usually.
reality.
Yeah.
Even when they're wrong, we still want them to feel good about it. Right?
Well, I'm glad we're having this conversation, actually, this subject, because one thing I want them to know is when I look back on my jobs in high school and college, there was one in particular where I wish I had done something, and you know what I'm talking about. So I worked at a pizza place, and I'm making pizzas. I worked there for like 10 months, and my manager was standing next to me, and he's probably 2 years older than me. And I'm making a pizza, and I see this guy walk in the back door and go into the manager's office. And I said, "Hey, who's that?" He goes, "Oh, that's the guy who owns this place." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And in that 10-month period, I never talked to him, and I think I saw him twice. And one of my biggest regrets is what I should have done is go introduce myself to him and say, "Hey, can I pick your brain? Can I buy you lunch and pick your brain?" Because I was so myopic. I was thinking, okay, I'm never going to own a pizza place, so what's the point, right? Well, now with my real estate business, and especially Pink's, what he was doing is exactly what I'm doing. He was selling pizzas, I'm selling window cleaning, but it's a franchise. It's run the same way. We look at the same reports. We have the same type of person that's working for us. And had I had that conversation to ask him, how do I get where you are? Because if he was physically never there, but that business was functioning without his presence, how cool is that, right? So that could have potentially accelerated my business knowledge and career 20 years. So my message to you and any young person that's watching this, don't just take a job to make a paycheck, which is what most kids do. Try to absorb everything you can. So do all those jobs and ask your manager, "Hey, can I talk to you about this? How did you get into this? How did the guy who owns it?" Sit down with him, ask him that. So you can kind of figure out what you want to do in the future, but then everything you're doing will transfer to something that you will end up doing. So you're flipping burgers and taking care of customers. Well, what if you're a realtor someday? It's still customer service. You're still doing those same things. Maybe not flipping burgers, but Yeah.
So kind of along those lines, what are some things that you guys have learned watching your dad run his real estate business and take care of clients? And
the main thing that I've learned from my dad is probably service. like whenever a client is like moving out and then they need help, we'll always go help them.
Yeah,
So we'll
Brayden
help them a lot.
He's helped me move a lot of people.
I have a lot.
I'm gonna have to figure out who's gonna help me when he's gone.
It's gonna be Gavin.
Gavin got
Oh,
you.
Kami.
What?
Yeah.
I would say taking care of your people, because you can't have you can't do everything yourself, so you need others to help you, but if they're not taken care of, then you're not gonna be able to be successful.
Cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
What about, because one of the things we talked about with my kids too is in our real estate business, it's not just we go and have a job. Oftentimes our families are involved, and you guys know that better than anybody. You guys have been like super involved. Every community event that your dad does, you know, I'm sure hanging door hangers, stuffing envelopes, like the list goes on and on. What about that? I mean, what are some of the things that you guys have seen your dad do that you've been able to help out with? And
That's a long list.
Yeah.
The first thing you guys ever did was help with the food drive. You remember that?
Yeah.
We put the bags out at every doorstep, and Mom and I were driving the van, or Mom was driving the van, and where all the bags were, and you guys helped with that.
today's episode is sponsored by Stacey Williams with Bright Mortgage. Reach out to Stacey for all your home lending and refinance needs. He is the best.
Yeah. I also remember the garage door, or not the garage door, the garage sale signs
The signs.
that we'd like
Yeah.
put out
in
in the neighborhoods.
10 o'clock at night, the night before.
Yep.
100 signs.
So
Yeah.
rough,
Yeah.
and the ground is so hard,
Yeah.
and the signs won't
Oh,
go
gosh,
in.
yeah.
Yes.
Which, like, you guys have done some fun stuff though too. Like, both of you have been the Easter Bunny, right?
Yeah.
That's good times. That's good times.
Yeah. Good times.
Especially when you can't see the kids and they're sitting right on you and
Yeah.
getting thrown at you. Good
Yeah,
times.
I mean, all the movie events, you guys are serving up popcorn
Those
and
are so
drinks.
fun.
And that's fun, right? And
Yeah,
then
movie events are fun.
you've actually had a bunch of your friends help us too, so that's
Yeah.
even more fun, right?
We always do the tattoos or help with the donuts, and it's just so fun because they don't need like service hours or anything. They just want to
Yeah.
come and help.
I
Yeah.
love that.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
love
so
that.
you, with service hours, with your stuff at school, I mean, you're knocking out two birds with one stone. You're helping our business, you're serving the community, right? Actually three, and then you're getting service hours. So
Yeah, but really like creating a heart to serve, I think is so great. And seeing like how fun, that's one of the things I think that's so great about what we do is like we actually get to have fun and get to do it with our kids. For us as parents,
Yeah.
there's like literally nothing better than to have our kids work with us. So,
Well, and honestly, I've had a lot of people comment on social media that I know that are like, it's so cool that you have your family involved. So I think people appreciate it, really. And they know that you're learning stuff that you don't even realize is valuable to you. And plus, you guys also get paid sometimes too. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like I pay Brayden $20 to go spend 45 minutes putting up door hangers.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
yeah. Just put some headphones in and go get it done,
So
right?
Cam, you're up next.
Have you
Walk in
been
the
yelled
heat.
at though by somebody?
Not for door hangers.
Okay.
But I have people that have been like no soliciting, so I'll be like, I'm sorry, have a good day, and then I
Yeah.
just continue. But
Yeah, yeah.
thankfully, no one's yelled at me.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
It may happen.
Elise just had one person yell when it
Oh,
was for
really?
the food bag, food, you know, delivering the.
Oh, that's crazy.
They're so crazy.
It's a charity. Well,
Oops,
yeah.
sorry. Okay, Brayden, I want to switch gears a little bit. So you graduated high school. That's like a huge milestone. Are you so happy?
yes, I'm thankful to be done.
He was so done with school
Right? Just
For
so
now,
glad
anyway.
to be done.
for now.
But now you're going on a 2-year mission.
Yeah.
You're leaving home. For people that don't know, can you talk to us about what is this about? What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah,
Explain it.
So I'm going to Honduras. The mission is San Pedro Sula West, and I'm going there for 2 years. No family contact, no music, no
music.
no music.
How did
Well-
that? How does that?
Well,
You'll
kind of.
listen to like spiritual music,
Yeah.
not like radio stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like no TV, but
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that just so you stay focused and
Yeah,
kind
just
of,
to stay
okay.
focused. Yeah, but
Yeah, you're not going to the movies.
Yeah.
You're not on vacation.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
but it's the main goal of the mission is to serve others and to bring others closer to Christ. and to also grow your own testimony and be like self-reliant with like living by yourself and with like another like companion. So
What made you want to do this?
I've always just grown up wanting to serve a mission because my dad served a mission in the Dominican Republic, so I always thought that was super cool.
Shout out to my Dominican friends.
Yeah, and all the stories he shared, so I wanted to have those for myself. So,
Yeah.
It's by far the hardest thing he'll do.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, it's not completely zero contact with your family. Now, we get to actually communicate via like FaceTime.
Yeah, we can
once a week,
FaceTime once a week.
which is
Once
cool.
a week.
When
Yeah.
back in the day, you only talked on the phone to your family on Mother's Day and Christmas, so that was super hard.
And you can write letters too.
And letters,
Yeah.
which is great.
What are some things that you're looking forward to, and also what are you maybe a little nervous about?
I'm looking forward to the food.
Are you?
Honestly, yeah, because the food it's like Mexican and like Caribbean,
Yeah.
so combined.
Okay.
I'm super excited for
That
that.
would be good. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about Spanish? You're gonna learn Spanish.
yeah, that too. I'm excited to learn Spanish.
That's the cool thing. We were hoping he would go, and we don't get to choose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
luckily, you're going Spanish speaking, and that's a skill you're going to use the rest of your life. Like just this morning, I was in a meeting. I met this guy. He has a flooring company, and we just started speaking Spanish. It was crazy.
Yeah,
And
especially in Arizona.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I feel like a lot of people in Arizona speak Spanish, so that's good. One thing I'm nervous about, Honduras is very dangerous.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah,
So the
for
Lord
sure.
will protect me. But
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it.
when he got his call, he and I both separately Googled Honduras.
Oh gosh.
And the first thing it says is, you may want to reconsider travel to Honduras due to safety concerns. And I look at him and I said, do not show your mom this. And she looked it up a couple days later.
Oh,
and
great.
was crying.
Aww.
So, yeah, but you'll be all right.
Cami, how do you feel about your brother going?
I feel like so like sad because Brayden and I are pretty close for the most part. Like we don't get along all the time because like we're siblings.
Yeah.
But like I'm still gonna miss him a lot because like I've been through high school with him.
You've been riding to school every day.
Yeah, every morning I go to school with him, and then now I'm gonna be driving myself. Like I'm not gonna have anyone there. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to talk to him about certain things, or just go in his room and bug him anymore. Like now I have to go mess with my little brother. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll be junior and senior and will just graduate before he gets home.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll
he'll
barely
that.
miss it.
Yeah,
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll miss
because
graduation.
it'll be about a month and a half later.
Oh yeah.
So-
Because you're going into your junior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just part of it.
Right?
And we'll get to talk to him every week, so that's cool.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Ryan?
Well, it's definitely a scary thing to let your kids go out in the world, but I know there's no better reason
Yeah.
and purpose, and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. So he'll be good
Yeah.
and he'll be protected. So
Yeah.
now mom's a different story. Like, she knows all of that, but she's gonna have a very hard time.
It's hard because I can't imagine, like my heart went out to your mom because graduation for me was like so emotional, like the whole year. It's like, because it's
Yeah.
so final. It's
All
like
the
the
last-
closing of a chapter, right?
Yes.
And then you add that where my little boy would be going away. Oh, my heart goes out
Yeah.
to her. So,
Yeah, it'll be tough, but it'll be awesome.
yeah.
And I'm looking forward to, because we plan to go pick him up.
Oh,
My
yeah.
parents did that when I was in the Dominican Republic. And I remember how cool it was for them to see
Yeah.
who I had become in that process. And,
Oh, yeah.
and just even the Spanish speaking, like they were dumbfounded by how easily I could communicate, and we were bartering, and
That's cool.
it was so cool. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be so fun. And then we can chat. Nobody's going to know what we're talking about. Although you guys are picking it up pretty quickly. So
My Duolingo streak, 115 today.
Yes.
that's good. That's good. Man, I wish we had that when I was your age. It made it easier.
That's awesome. Okay, well, before we end, what else should we have? What do you guys want to share? Anything we didn't ask that we should have asked?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Do you want to get into real estate?
Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm not really sure, but I just know I want to go in, like down like the business path and like open up some sort of business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely want to get my real estate license when I get back for sure.
Nice.
Definitely own some businesses too.
Nice.
Some smaller businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I think it's good about your dad, just from what I know, is he's very like, well, one of the things I would say about Ryan is he loves youth and he loves pouring into youth. And I see him do that obviously with his own kids. But he wants you guys to like grow up and to be super successful and learn all those things that he's learned that have taken him, 45 years to learn. He wants to share that. And the more that you guys can soak that up and take it to heart, like the more set up for success that you'll be. I hope one of the things that I've seen from your dad is his like passion for what he does, his heart to serve people. I think that like your dad puts that over everything, but also his commitment to excellence, right? And even when it's hard, like he does it. One of the things that I'm most proud of him, and I think you guys should be too, is like your dad's not afraid to take a risk, even a big one, knowing that sometimes it's hard to take that step of faith, but at the end, like there's so much good that can come from it. I saw him do that when he decided to leave his full-time safe job at State Farm and go into real estate. I've seen him do that with starting Pinks, right? Like doing the scary thing, but just believing that he will make it happen. And I think if you guys can learn anything, those are some great lessons.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. There really is something about betting on yourself. Like when I was at State Farm, I used to teach people interview skills. And most of the time, the 10 people they're interviewing, they're all qualified. They're all able to do the job, but only one of them is going to get it. And usually the person who gets it is the one who just had it that day, who brought it, like had that it factor. Well, what is that? And so the best way I can define it is, it's a cross between I am confident enough to know that if I can figure it out. If I don't know it, I'll figure it out. But I'm humble enough to know that I don't have all the answers. So be humble, but then confident in yourself, and that if you work hard and you live right, you're going to be blessed. And especially if you're helping other people, you're going to be blessed.
Yeah.
That's probably the most important lesson I've ever learned in my life.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The only other thing I would add is I have to give a shout out to your mom, because like Ryan does all of this, but having a supportive spouse like is everything. And your mom is like so amazing. Not only is she always there at every event, willing to help out, but like deal with all of his craziness and all the craziness that comes with all of our clients. She does it so well. So
Shout out, Mom.
What's the most important thing you've learned from your mom? If you can narrow it down, what's the most important thing you've learned from her?
Do your job right the first time.
Yeah.
Good one.
We've heard that before, haven't we?
I'd say that's the main
Plenty of
one.
times.
How to cook, how to clean.
So, for
Do
those
stuff
that don't know, in the Hatcher household, there are 2 rules that you must abide by if you
Hold on, let them answer that.
Oh,
What
I
are
will.
they?
If you want to have a chance at a happy life, what are those 2 things?
Don't cause contention.
Don't cause contention,
And do your stuff right the first time.
and do your stuff right the first time.
Nice.
Let's emphasize the first time. Then, if those things happen, you have the
Life is
possibility of happiness. So, isn't it true though?
awesome.
It is true.
Like it dawned on me one day. We keep having the same problems, and these 2 things: either somebody's picking on somebody and now they're in a fight, or
Don't I know
Kara's
that?
about to lose it because this is the 3rd time she's told them to do something,
yes.
or it's a chore that they have every week that they
Yeah.
know they have, right?
Kara, I feel you, girl.
So,
right there with you.
so we made these 2 rules, and life is much better, isn't it? If you do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome, guys. Well, we are going to end with our speed round. Are you up for some rapid fire questions?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Okay, first thing, ladies first on every question, okay?
Oh, great.
Favorite color?
Pink.
Blue.
Favorite food?
Salads.
Carne asada.
Oh,
Carne asada. That's probably our.
I'm thinking like taco salads.
That's cool.
okay. Favorite drink?
Dr. Pepper.
Blue Powerade.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like my kids, right over here, right in line. What about, do you have a favorite song?
No, but I have a favorite artist, and it's Thomas Day.
Okay.
Love him.
Okay.
At least right now.
Right now.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite song, but I love Thomas Rhett.
Oh.
Yes.
Different Thomas.
That's kind of funny because
different
Brayden
Thomas.
despised country
Yeah.
until we
Despised
went
it.
to a Thomas Rhett
I didn't
concert.
despise
funny.
it. I just didn't listen to
Yeah,
it.
you didn't
Okay.
care.
He did
But
not
then
like it.
in one day, he went from
Yeah.
no country
Oh,
to
yeah.
now he's a country.
It was so
guy.
Yeah,
fun.
that was such
It
a
was so
fun
fun.
concert,
It
though.
was.
I love it.
That was a cool family. Like that's a great family memory.
Oh, that's awesome.
Their first country
Yeah,
concert.
yeah. Okay, what about a favorite book?
Ooh, I love reading, so I have
Love
so many
reading.
favorites, but I would say one of my favorite series is the Hunger Games and the Twilight
Yes.
series.
Oh, yes.
I'm obsessed with Twilight.
We just
Yes.
recently rewatched
Did
it.
you
yes,
did?
for the millionth time.
Did you read the books first or watch the movies first?
Always read the books first,
Always,
then I
yes.
can decipher which
100%.
is which is better.
Yes, girl. When you get a little older, if you love reading and watching the movie, Nicholas Sparks, all of his stuff is so good.
I'm gonna have to look into that then.
Yeah, it's so good. Alexa's agreeing with me.
Wait,
so.
what's one that turned into a movie?
Well, The Notebook.
Oh yeah,
I
she
just watched
watched
that, and I
Yeah,
was
literally.
trying not to
Like,
cry like
2
the
days
entire
ago.
time.
it. So Kara,
Yes.
Kara said Nicholas Sparks, like I should know who he is.
Yeah.
And that's why it rang a bell. So
Yeah.
yeah, she just watched it for the first time.
Well,
So good.
So there's a book called The Wedding, and it's like the precursor to The Notebook. It's so
Let's
good.
bust
I'm
it
gonna have to
out.
look into that.
Yes.
I love the Notebook. It was so good. I was
Isn't
like,
it?
this is so.
There were
Okay,
tears. There were
you have to
tears.
watch.
I don't think
I like
I don't
looked-
think it's good. I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't
you're
like it.
killing me.
I don't know how I'm
Okay.
related to sometimes.
No, if you like that one, you should read and then watch A Walk to Remember. Also,
I-
She
Nicholas
did.
Sparks.
She already
Both. They're
Okay,
love that movie.
told you.
So
Yeah.
good.
Okay,
did. What is going on here?
Brayden.
As a kid, Diver Wimpy Kid was my
Oh,
go-to.
yeah,
That was my
I
go-to.
love it.
But recently, I really liked Rich Dad Poor Dad
Yes,
and Slight Edge were good too.
Oh, good. I'm glad you read those.
Very
Those
different.
were good.
Yeah, they're
Books,
quite
right?
different. One is useful, two are useful, and one is not so much. No, they're actually hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
So
they
the
are very
movies.
funny.
Yeah.
So good.
I think it actually shaped your childhood a little bit. To be honest with
I love it.
you. Yeah.
You were known as Roderick for a good while.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, last question. Do you guys have a favorite vacation?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, that was really fun.
So much fun.
I really like Tennessee when we went to Tennessee too.
That was also really fun.
That was
That diner we went to, what was it called?
Oh
Sunliner?
remember.
yeah. So we talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
So good.
What was it called?
Sunliner.
The Sunliner.
Yeah, because we went to it.
Yes.
We-
It was
So-
It was,
so.
it was fun.
Like
Good.
I always had this.
Where you sit in the, they had
Yes,
cars.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever go to, is it Pigeon Forge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pigeon Forge,
You
go
have
to
to.
Sunliner Diner. It's
Yes.
like straight out of the 50s.
It
It
is.
is so cool. And their milkshakes.
Yeah.
They
The
bring out,
milkshakes were like this
They're
big.
they're
legit.
this
It
big,
was
but
so
then they bring
good.
out the rest of it in,
Yeah.
in a cold metal thing like they did back in the day. Oh man. And they literally have two like old school cars where you can sit in as the booth.
Yeah.
And anyway.
It was cool.
So we love that one.
We went there too. That's
Yeah,
a good one.
yeah.
Pigeon Forge is
So
beautiful.
good.
It is.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I love food, so this was the main thing I remember.
Yes. Right there with you, girl.
So you guys both like Maui, right?
Yeah,
Maui
that was
fun.
so fun. It
We
was
got to
so
be there-
gorgeous.
We got there right before it
Right
burned
before
down.
the fire.
Like,
yeah.
like
so,
a few months.
Yeah.
So
Didn't the hotel we stayed in the one that burned down?
No, it's still there, but
Mom's
Lahaina, all the stuff where we were, that got trashed.
That's so sad.
Yeah. The banyan tree's still alive though.
I thought it got burned.
Yeah, I thought it burned.
A lot of it did, but I think it's still alive. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, thanks for joining
Yeah.
us, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks for having us.
This will be something you can have forever. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Real Deal podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, and you can follow us on social media at the Home Selling Team AZ.